Hello and welcome to the channel, and today we're going to be installing some guttering on a garden shed. Right, so we've took some measurements. I'd just like to show you some of the guttering materials that we've bought for this shed and how we came about it. We've got a 3 metre length of 112mm half round gutter section, a downpipe which is 68mm, and then if you go over here, so we've got a running outlet, we've got the shoe for the end, we've got the downpipe brackets, back downpipe clips I should say, the fascia brackets, and also we've got the 2 stop ends. So you should note that these are all the model of the half round version. Just some other kit that you might need. You'll also need some screws, some wood screws, screwdriver or drill, tape measure, and for getting level as well. We've got some spirit levels. Be able to see we've got the new shed installed. It's all treated, and we've not got an Apex style shed, we've got a pent, so it runs off the back, so you'll appreciate that when it starts raining. I'll show you a clip in a minute because I got a clip yesterday. All the water run off, drop down, and you can see that, I don't know how well you can see that, but you can see how it all bounces back up against here. What that will do is reduce the life of the sheds. One solution to that is by using a gutter and just diverting it away from the shed rather than it all bouncing and splash back. So the first thing we're going to do is just take some basic measurements of the length and then also the height of where I think the downpipe is going to go. Now, before we go any further, the shed's already installed and I've got a very small gap to work with, so you're going to have to bear with us on some of the footage with this one. Also, we're just doing quick measurements of the overhang here just to make sure that your gutters are going to cover it. Those 2 measurements just help us to determine what length of these we need to buy, the gutter and the downpipe. So next you might need a little bit of planning of how you want to arrange everything. So mine's going to be a simple gutter running along, and I want the downpipe to come off in the corner there because I am going to put a little bit of storage in here, so it's worth having to think how you're going to do it. So here's a plan. A bit sad I know, but if you draw yourself a little plan, it'll give you some idea of what bits of the guttering you need to buy. So for example, we've got the running outlet here, we've got our guttering, a downpipe, we've got a shoe, we need the downpipe clips, so we think we need 2 of those, and fascia brackets as well to fasten those on, and the 2 ends, 2 stop ends, so it gives us some idea of roughly what we need. Spacing of your fascia brackets, they say they're no more than 100 to 150mm from the ends, so the stop ends or the junctions, and usually around about 800mm ish apart. Heavy snow down to 600 or even more in some cases, but there is different recommendations. Other thing to think about is whether you've got anything to screw these into. So we've got where the pillars lie on these sheds might also govern where you put these. So for instance, I know there's a pillar here, you can see the screws in here, so we could use that one. And the next one along, if we move that along, you can see here. So that might impact on where you put these things. And to find out where they are, you can just look at the screw holes on the other side or come inside as well. You can see that, fortunate for us, I've also got one running across here which you can probably tap into. What we're going to do is put this into position. So I'm on, you can see that there. I'm going to mark the 2 holes, so I'm going to go right at the top. As I mentioned, I've got restrictive access, so I'm going to have to use a smaller screwdriver here, but you can do your normal pilot holes. I'm just going to do a pilot hole with a small screw because I've got limited access, but they'll help me position it as well. So there's the first one in, you can see that, and then we'll do the others. So to get to a certain point I'm having to switch between the screwdrivers here, but getting there. It's just limited space, that's all. First one in. So what I'm going to do now is attach a temporary string line from one side run into the other where the downpipe is going to be, and that'll allow us to put a fall on it, because we need to make sure there's a fall on the gutter so the water runs off in the right direction. So there's all sorts of different ratios of falls out there, so I'm going to use the ratio of 1 to 350. So for every 3.5 meters I'll be dropping by a centimeter, so you should be able to work that out. So overall, what have I got? I've just done some calculations here. It's 240 centimeters long, so that gives us a fall of around about 70 mil. So all that means is the total distance from here to the end of that string line should be 70 mil lower overall. So it just allows me now to position the rest of these. A number of ways I can just check the fall as we're going along. Normal spirit level and one of these builder's line levels where you can actually just hang it off the string and just check that there is a fall. It's going to be a little bit hard for me to show you this today because the hole's too small, but if I move that across to the centre and then I can just check the line level each time. So if I was going to position this here, you can see I'd line it up with that level, mark the screws and put them in. Right, I don't know if you can see that there, but pretty much bang on with the string line here. And what we can do now is just double check placing the spirit level on as we're going along and just checking that there's a fall. If we check the bubble, you can see that's a good fall there. So if we lift it up a bit, yeah, plenty on there. Right, you can see we're all three in, and now we're just going to put this running outlet on. So we're just screwing this in now. I'll show you from the top. Make sure we've got the running outlet here. I'm just making sure that it's in the right position. I'm just going to tighten these screws up, so it's got 2 screws. Right, so as you can see, I'm just going to take a measurement and put the gutter into position, but you can see where we've got to actually line these up, so it comes over the top of the rubber here, and it's got to line up with this line. The same goes for this side, so it comes over the top of the rubber and onto this line here. So it says insert gutter to here, so you can see that. Put that into position. That would be in that mark there. So whatever measurements you're taking, you'll be taking the measurement from this line or this corresponding line here. So make sure you bear that in mind when you're measuring your gutters. So we've measured the distances that you've just seen. And all we're going to do is cut this with a hacksaw, so the right length. If there's any sharp edges, got gloves on, just take it off. I'm just pulling it across. So we've ended up with a decent cut there. Right, cutter here, got the stop end. See, I've took that off. There's a rubber inside there and that has to stay in there. It's lubed up in a minute, but without that rubber in there it will leak. So what I'm going to do now is, whilst I've got it off, is place it onto the end and put it into position, which is helpful because it's not on. And then I'm going to place this back on. So we go underneath, clip it in, make sure it's in its runner, which you can see there. Try and make sure you can see it all. And then once it's in position, it should be a case of just pushing it in, and you can see that it's clipped there. Unlike me, trying to avoid getting the grass stuck in it. Temporarily just sliding that into position. And what we're going to do is we're going to go over and just check that it meets up with the line first, then we're going to clip it in. So we're at this end now, and you can see that if we look at this little nodule here, this little notch, that's the last point, so that's pretty much perfect. It lines up so we can clip those in now. What we've done is rotated it in like so. Now you can see that each clip is waiting, so all we're going to do is turn it in. So I'm going to twist it in. You can see it's just lipping over and push it over. And I'm going to work my way along. Yep, number 3. See what it's clipped on. Not a good idea. I'm going to clip that across now, hopefully. Alright, so fully aligned. So I've cut another section because we've got to place this stop end on. I've took the cap off. Make sure that the rubber's in place again, and place that inside with no grass on it this time. So once we're happy that's into position, let's move it about a bit there. Try that again. So once we're happy that's in position, place this on into the runner, and then we should be able to just clip it over like so. Let's go and put that on into position. Now all we're going to have to do is pull that clip over. So I'm going to need 2 hands for this, so I'll just do it and I'll show you. All done. So what I'm going to do is take a measurement of the pipe with the shoe on, with the top of the outlet. All you're going to be doing is measuring the distance from this to the bottom with the shoe on, and then that should, we'll cut it to length. So we've measured it, just going to make a start on cutting it. Hacksaw again. Just going to slide the shoe on, and then we'll just test it in position. So I'm just going to clip this in position. There we go. And then we're going to put the brackets on. Right, bear with us, we're in this confined space again, so we've got it hooked up on here, and I don't know if you can see that there. We've got the first one in, got the second one in here, and all we do is put it into position, push it in, and it'll clip. Oh, that was a bit violent. So once we put the screws in, one on this side and one on the other side, that pulls the pipe in towards the shed and actually holds it into position. Always worth giving it a quick test just to see if any of the joints are leaking, and also the fall as well, so we'll do that now. So I'll force it to come this way, just to push it against the joint. You can check under here, it's fine, you can see it's coming out there at the bottom. You can see that the fall's working fine there. We'll test this side. It's fine, out there as well. Yeah, that's pretty much it. You can see it there, make it out. So if you found this video useful and you'd like to support the channel, please like and subscribe.